Perfect plug. Perfect plug. Proverbial me. Proverbial you. Again, proverbial you. Proverbial you.
Proverbial you. For the proverbial you. Hey, not you, I'm sorry, the proverbial you. A proverbial statement will come out.
Perfect plug.
Proverbial you. Proverbial I.
What proverbial you?
The proverbial you. Oh, yeah, because it's ignorance. It's an Proverbial Max's the deuce. It covered the sexuality in the 80s, mainly pornography and prostitution, how it transitioned into the sex parlors and all things like that, and pimping in the actual hoe houses and shit. Mm-hmm. And like those times, you blatantly had hookers walking the street. You blatantly did have those opens. The beginning of our AIDS, the open sex workers, the open beginning of our AIDS epidemic, where it wasn't a gay culture, where we had those genuinely hidden sex clubs, genuinely hidden random orgies walking up the street.
Under bars and shit. That really reaches back to the 20s. You could even say the 1880s, depending on who you ask.
But it wasn't openly, back then, no one would openly, you were genuinely afraid to openly say anything about doing shit with a man, though. Mm-hmm. Man on man, girl on girl, you were getting either killed or put in an insane asylum or some shit like that.
Lost your whole family.
Oh, there we go.
The only friends you had left was the ones who was doing the sneaky shit with you.
And they're probably going to die too, because unfortunately the diseases that were just thrown around that we didn't have the science to comprehend to be a problem.
Yeah, to know what to stay away from.
Just pay attention, people.
Fucking strangers in alleys is probably not a good idea.
Gon' catch the rain, just like Molly at the rain. I'm gon' misbehave. They say I'm not on the map, but you gon' catch the wave. I got all the stats, but I don't play no games. Ripping off your roots, so you gon' catch the rain. Just like Molly at the rain, I'm gon' misbehave. Separation through dedication. This is the dawn of elevation. Hop on a flight over aviation. Wings on my back with a halo missing. Blowing hella steam, ganja clouds lifting me. Never catch me in the streets, but I know the industry harder me. But in a minute, I'm about to ditch my job, cause fuck this hourly. I never thought I'd get this far. Shit's been hard, but I feel my G, my watching me. African spirits be guiding me constantly. Test my humility, but honestly,
not even just say sentience,
awareness, consciousness.
Be aware.
We can hold on to experiences, therefore we develop personalities. Mm-hmm. We develop egos. You know, when you've been alpha your entire life, but let's say you move to New York and you go out, start meeting people, you might still be the alpha in all situations that you've been in. You're gonna go to that one place where you're not actually the alpha.
Yeah.
How are you gonna act?
And that's when we get those stick out people.
Mm-hmm. That's where you get dick measuring.
Yeah. That's when we get that lovely Rams button head scenario where we're just the pissing contest, the spitting contest. Man, a lot of times it is in good nature, which brings me back to the whole range of manhood and womanhood. Because honestly, it's the same. Me saying, "Oh, that's some bullshit." If I have an issue with a man, me as a cisgendered heterosexual man, if I have an issue with another cisgendered heterosexual man, my statement would be to assume he should come directly to me as a man. Mm-hmm. A cisgendered heterosexual female will say the exact same thing with handling a cisgendered heterosexual female. Replace both statements again with a gay man, gay woman. They will say the same thing. So I'm confused as to where the difference kicks in. We all say as a man, as a woman, you should be able to come to me directly.
Mm-hmm. I think it's probably the threat level. What's the threat level here? When I walk in here and there's another alpha queen, I'm not an alpha, but when I walk into a space, if I am an alpha and I walk in there and there's another alpha queen, specifically in the gay community, because we are men and we have the testosterone and genetic capacity to be very aggressive as well, but also very catty like women, because a lot of us are socialized in a very feminine way. It can get dangerous more quickly than if a cisgender heterosexual man runs into another one and there's a immediate clash of your auras. Most niggas are just gonna either ignore that other nigga and continue to do whatever the fuck they doing, or y'all develop some type of relationship, good or bad, that's up to y'all. And it's the same with women. But with us, it's bitch fight me right now.
But that makes me wonder.
Fight me right now in the streets.
So is it? So
Fuck you, hoe.
So that's a good point. Good direction to take that in. So is it? So let's not say it's the beginning. It's more the reception.
It's the reception.
The reception
and the reaction to you. How do they react to you? Mixed with how are you reacting to them? If you're calm about it, but they're not, you chances are don't give a fuck. But if you're the one that's not calm and they are, that pisses you off even more.
Annoyance. I hope she don't have dementia so she can be annoyed by this stuff. You just like pulled me into the hallway when I got like transferred from from 7B to like 7A because our school went by the whole letter system. Like if you were in A and B, those like some honors bullshit classes, whatever. Mm-hmm. And she's like, just Sam, you being moved to this class. I don't want you to think and get all cocky or arrogant. She stood in the hall for like 10 solid minutes, just like telling me, you ain't shit. Don't be here thinking you smart because we putting you in the smart class. Like, what did I do to you, lady?
Yeah, you know what? That's actually, I have noticed that experience with a lot of black men, not including me. And I think the separation, again, is your masculinity. My femininity has shielded me from so much white shit, and it's because they're not scared of me. They are, my brothers, for example, I have, Lord, I always have to count how many brothers I got. I got 5 brothers and I got 2 sisters. My older sister, there's me, and then there's 3 sets of twins. Okay?
What?
Yes. Now, every single one of my siblings is bigger than me. They're all taller than me. They just look more grown than I do. If it wasn't for my fucking beard, you would not be able to tell that I'm basically the oldest. As my brothers grew, I noticed that they had adverse reactions to shit that didn't happen to me at all. My experience with police, I cusses police the fuck out. Men, women, black, white, I will light your motherfucking ass up. I definitely will, because they're not scared of me. You know what I'm saying? When I had white teachers, they weren't threatened by me, especially the women. Every single one of my brothers has an experience with a white woman where her reaction was abrasive because she assumes that's how she has to be to get across to a black man. She assumes that she has to show that she's the one in charge. I run this. You can't, she has to give that energy to them because it's the only way she can fuck or survive. One day he's gonna grow up to be a super predator as they see us. Every single one of my brothers has that experience, and that is very deeply embedded in like what you're saying about this teacher, to the point where we're still talking about it 20 years later.
Perfect plug. Proverbial me. Perfect plug. Proverbial you. Perfect plug.